Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing solo top Blitzcrank, which is something I have never seen before. So I'm wondering how that actually works. So Blitzcrank is really dependent on mana early game. His spells all cost a pretty big amount of mana, considering he only starts with 312. His rocket grab is definitely something you should avoid early on, at level 1 that is, because it just costs too much. The only really reasonable skill to start with is Power Fist, and then Overdrive I guess can be used as well, but yeah, you can see 25 mana is a lot better than the 75 mana. And because of his mana barrier, his innate ability, you actually have to stay at a reasonable amount of mana all the time. So starting off with the Mackie Pendant here is definitely a good choice. And he is standing around here just to buy that extra health potion. So with the extra health potion he's going to have 3, and that is going to make his life a little bit easier. It is of course still going to be hard to to make this work. He does choose Rocket Grab first, meaning that he's going to only have like 3 tries on that. And yeah, if you can draw someone into turret range, that can do a lot of damage. I personally prefer, even as a support, to go for Power Fist first. As a jungler it's kind of a must. You don't really need Rocket Grab there. And yeah, we'll see. So anyhow, he is playing with I think 1 or 2 of his friends. To be honest, I don't know anymore, and since he didn't really mark the replay in the way it should be marked with with the characters that he is teamed with, I don't know anymore. So I do know that I found it very interesting to see that someone is going for this. And here you see the advantage he would have gotten if he gotten Power Fist. He already had 3 or 4 opportunities to hit Olaf with a Power Fist, doing a lot more damage than he now did with his basic attack. Also it resets your attack animation, so you can do more damage to the minions. But yeah, doing auto attack plus Power Fist results in way more damage, obviously, than just the the basic attack. Because every time you use it, you deal twice the attack damage. So he could have done like 400 damage already to Olaf, which obviously is a lot better than grabbing Rocket Grab first and not using it at level 1. Because, well, if you're not going to use it, then why grab it at all? And then yeah, now we have all 3 skills. I personally like the Overdrive best as a skill, although Rocket Grab is probably most people's favorite. And yeah, not realizing that Rocket Grab resets the animation there, because otherwise he would have gotten that last hit. So yeah, just farming along. Olaf's not doing a whole lot to harass him, although yeah, it is kind of hard anyway. But yeah, Olaf's not really aggressive enough to make this work for him, and Blitzcrank therefore getting some nice minion kills. And I think Olaf is just doing something else all day. I don't know what he's doing exactly. Yeah, minions 17 to 14, so he's actually ahead here, and that is because Olaf pushed up the lane really early on, and because of that there's a lot of minions that he actually got that he shouldn't have gotten had this Olaf played the way he should have played and not pushed the lane. So now the lane is going to push in Olaf's way, and that is because, well, Olaf isn't really last hitting at this moment, so he's now starting to just not only last hit but really just attack the minions. But yeah, it's 3 versus a lot of minions, which means 7 actually. Which means that, yeah, this is going to push into the other direction. Using a rocket grab there instead of the power fist, which is kind of funny. And Blitzcrank actually starting to move into the territory of this Olaf, which is, yeah, perhaps not very good, but we'll see, we'll see. Using the rocket grab just for some extra damage, and actually managing to get the first blood out of that, which is very nice, very nicely done. So, yeah. Going for the Tear of the Goddess, which is going to be built into a mana mune. Probably. You can also go for AP, I guess. So you can also go for the Archangel Staff, but going for extra mana in the beginning is definitely a good choice. The mana potion, yeah, I wouldn't recommend that, but if you think you need it, then by all means use it. But by now he has 900 mana, and seeing that he started off with 300 and was fine in the lane, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So it would be good if the jungler would actually come and help him out here, because with the lane pushed, it is going to be hard for him to, well, to do just about anything. Except maybe last hit a little, but he is going to get punished for this by Olaf, if Olaf is paying attention. And Olaf not doing a whole lot of harassment here. So the enemy jungler is Jax. Yeah, I was wondering about this ward over here. I would have warded over here. But the enemy jungler is Jax, so he's not very fast incoming. So even if you can see him coming from here, you should still be able to get out most of the time. So not getting these minions, it seems. Yeah, he gets like 2 of them. And they're stealing the blue. Let's see if they can actually manage to, well, get it back. Nope, nope, nope. And they even left one of the small minions behind. So they lost the blue there. Nicely done by the enemy team, obviously. And how is this guy bottom lane? Well, whatever. You can play whatever character you want in whatever lane you want. Oh, using his speed buff to get out, which wasn't really necessary, to be honest. Come on, ultimate, ultimate, ultimate. No ultimate coming out. The ultimate does quite a bit of damage. It does 100 damage. No, it does 250 damage actually. And yeah, seeing that he has some AP already, I'm thinking he's going for AP here, which is interesting. Because you can go both directions. With this, the overdrive, giving him attack speed, well, a decent amount of attack speed. If you go for attack damage, then you will do a good job of just attacking people. On the other hand, if you go for AP, all of your skills are going to do more damage, except for overdrive, obviously. And power fists. Oh, so yeah, AP may not be the best way to go here. And they are going to steal back this blue buff. And there we go. Easy peasy. And they are going to get this Jax as well. Oh, nicely done. And no, 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 you want that. You want to have the timer on that. Oh, well, never mind. So Blitzcrank coming in here with the lane pushing the other way, and you can see the ultimate does quite a bit of damage there to the minions. Picks up all of these, but now in some trouble. But that's why you have the mana barrier. You can stay alive even though, well, you are very low health. And if you combine that with something like the Hex Drinker, you can have even more of that protection when you're low health. making it even harder for people to kill you. Of course, Axe Drinker may not be the best choice on Blitzcrank in the top lane, but it gives you the same kind of effect. I personally like the effect very much, and I like to go a little bit more tanky than the average champion, even if I go like jungle. But yeah, you can build whatever on Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is very tanky because of the extra HP he gets from Mana Barrier. Getting the ward over there. Yeah, doesn't really spot anything, but sure. He's trying to well, protect himself, thinking that he will be in this region for the next 3 minutes. So a gank will come from this direction. And yeah, that's okay.
An enemy has been slain.
So very patiently waiting for the minions every now and then. Yeah, he's a little bit too aggressive on the minions. And come on, ult. Oh, doesn't use his ultimate. Picked up the kill, I think. Would have been really close at least. And yeah, doesn't manage to do it. I think his ignite just came up. Otherwise it would have been a definite kill. And this isn't very smart. Should definitely back off here. And Olaf is going to kill him here. Oh man, that was risky. And Olaf can just kill him here with one axe. Oh, come on, get out. Just get back. I don't know where Olaf is. Maybe he ran out. Oh, there he is. So he didn't run out. He ran out of the bush, but he didn't go back. But Olaf has a huge amount of lifesteal, making it a lot easier for him to stay in at low health than it is for this guy. And finally going back here. That was really risky. Going for the Sheen. Sheen is very good on this guy, especially if you can combine it with the Rocket Grab, because Rocket Grab into the Sheen effect into Power Fist is a pretty decent amount of damage, and with that amount of damage you can do a lot of good. Obviously the Rocket Grab in itself will trigger the Sheen, so the Rocket Grab does a lot of damage now, a lot more damage, assuming that you can actually use the Sheen effect with it, because it only triggers once every 2 seconds. And yeah, going mid here. Excellent. So the rest of the lanes, yeah, not really, we cannot really see a whole lot, well, except for when he actually looks at it. And he was keeping an eye on the dragon, but there's nothing they can do. And once again, the enemy seems to be going for their blue. Or not. Twisted Fate teleporting in there just to make sure that, well, he gets that. That's pretty interesting, to say the least. And yeah, after doing not a whole lot here in the mid lane, he is going back top, because his tower is kind of dying, already at half health. I think he missed that. I don't think it actually protects him from the Rocket Grab. And yeah, Alistar complaining about 0 gank bot, but that's kind of normal because bottom lane is always warded. and it's not very efficient to gank that unless, yeah, you're not in solo queue, unless you're actually with your team or with a full team, and then it's a little bit easier to gank it, because people will actually be able to remove wards, will be able to come in through the bushes, for example. But yeah, as long as you have to run through the river to get a gank off, then it's not very good. So getting some more minions here, it's not really the most interesting part of the game, but it is kind of part of it. I think it lasts a little bit too long in the current game, and yeah, since they want to make it more aggressive, maybe they will at some point increase the amount of gold you get from minions, making sure that the laning phase doesn't last as long, because it's all about getting those items before getting into the team fight. And maybe, yeah, more gold, more experience for the minions will actually result in more skill-based, faster-paced game. And yeah, we will have to see what they decide to do with that. So once again, Blitzcrank pretty low health here, but that's also because he has no armor items, he has no lifesteal, no spell vamp. So all in all, it is difficult for him to gain back the life he lost. And I'm assuming he's recalling here, and I assumed wrong. So Olaf should be dominating this lane and not pushing the lane that much, because yeah, you can see he's just waiting here for the minions to come to him, instead of having to actively go out to seek minion kills. Ultimate. No. He keeps not using the ultimate when he grabs the Olaf. And yeah, finally Gang coming in here. Rocket grab, come on. Yeah, that's okay. There we go. And there he does use the ultimate. But yeah, it's a very good harass tool. It comes up every 30 seconds. It is pretty pricey at 150 mana, but he has 1700 mana, so yeah, you can spam it quite a bit. Going for boots finally, and the mana mune. I don't know if he had boots on the previous thing. So the mana mune, yeah, it's since a while now, but it has the increased mana for basic attacks as well, with a 3-second cooldown, but that's no problem. So if you just last hit with it, you can even get the mana stacks up, which is excellent for someone well, who needs the mana but doesn't have that many spam skills. And unfortunately it still doesn't add enough of nicely done. It doesn't add enough of an AD boost to make it worth it for an AD champion. So that's why a lot of people still consider it a very bad item, unless you're a specific champion like Corki, maybe. Corki, not even that much anymore. Blitzcrank would be a good one. Yorick, I guess, and Ezreal, maybe. But most champions will not pick it because of the simple fact that it's not worth it. So losing the top turret here, which is fine, it doesn't really matter too much. He has been doing great things in other lanes. And yeah, there's not a big reason why why it's a big deal that they lost top turret there. Top turret is one of the least valuable turrets in the game, especially the rank 1 turret. And it's 110 versus 89, so Olaf did win the lane there in the end, well, based on the minions they got. But yeah, Olaf really messed up in the early game. He could have done a lot more. Use your ultimate. Yeah, once again not getting the ultimate there, which now is about 425 damage. And yeah, you can see how spamming that a little bit more would result in a lot more damage. Because yeah, you can do a lot of damage with it. There we go. Yeah, finally using it now, and may actually get that kill. So we are now at 4 to 5 and 2, which means that he did upgrade Power Fist first and Rocket Grab second with one extra level in Overdrive. I personally like Overdrive a lot more than Power Fist, because Power Fist only adds... Oh, nicely done. Power Fist only adds a little bit of extra damage, which doesn't matter, because Overdrive adds a lot more damage, Power Fist adds a lot more damage. So the Rocket Grab, in my opinion, should only be one level. Or you should only pick one level, because the extra little bit of damage really doesn't matter too much. So recalling here, finally in time, in my opinion. He had 400 life left, and that was just not enough to stay in this team fighting phase. So Dragon is up. I'm assuming this guy is going to ward it. No, he has no wards. Nobody has wards, it seems. And yeah, they should really try to at least get the dragon this time. And Olaf, yeah, of course he's missing now, because there's not a whole lot he has to do in the top lane. Well, now he is probably going to go top lane again. So come on, grab this dragon. So the enemy team is coming in here, and yeah, I don't think they grabbed dragon there, although they probably could have. But yeah, well, what are you gonna do? So yeah, the reduced cooldown on Rocket Grab is kinda nice, I guess. So that may be the reason why he grabbed 4 levels in it. And yeah, the enemy team doing a very good job there of just going into that dragon with the teleport, and well, with 4 people grabbing the dragon and then getting a 1-for-1 trade. Come on, Rocket Grab. Oh, it's on cooldown. Never mind. So yeah, this Rocket Grab should land for the next one. There we go. Finally using the ultimate, yeah, but it's a little bit late. You should use it when you know that someone is in range, not just to land kills. But yeah, I'm not complaining, he's doing a good job. He's doing an excellent job, in fact, of getting kills and getting minions. I wouldn't expect Blitzcrank in top lane to do this well. And it is actually kind of a strange build. It is kind of AD, but not actually. And it seems that Jax thinks that he's invisible. So yeah, he should be able to pick up Jax. No, not risking it. Jax has a pretty decent amount of armor and health. So yeah, that would be well, a difficult task for Talon, who is not really an AD carry. He is an AD caster, which is kind of a strange role to be in, because you don't do a whole lot of damage, but you can do a lot of spike damage in his case. That's a pretty nice skin on Galio, by the way. Is that the new one? Is that the Gatekeeper skin? Because that is a pretty nice one. Yeah, the rocket grabs are very hard to land if people are actually moving around all the time. So for those of you who are complaining about the amount of grabs he misses. So yeah, we catch a kill up here. And yes, I am going to try out the new observer mode, because I think it's a great thing. The observer mode should help out with a lot of problems that especially the Riot casters have been having with missing the first blood and well, not being in the where the fights are and things like that. Personally, I don't really have that problem because I can only follow the lanes that are actually, well, recorded. So there's not a whole lot I can do about watching these lanes. So trying to grab the red in the same way he grabbed the blue earlier. Because if you grab one of these buffs, one of these minions, it will actually drag them through the wall. Doesn't go for dragon anymore. It used to work for dragon, but it doesn't work for it anymore. And this guy is so dead. It's probably AFK or disconnected. Because why else would you be there if you know there are 4 champions in your lane? Yeah, I don't know. So top lane is getting pushed by Jax, mid lane is getting pushed by Olaf, and the whole team is pushing this lane. Well, not actually pushing, but is in this lane. And yeah, just take out the turrets. Okay, they are getting out of there. They could have definitely gotten that turret if they didn't go for the golems. And yeah, Jax is going to attack this turret and take it down pretty easily. Because he gets attack speed with every new hit. At least I'm pretty sure that goes for turrets as well. No, it doesn't go for turrets. That is interesting. I did not know that. But he is going to get the turret down from 100 to 0, and they do grab up 1 kill for that. But it is well worth it, because he got a lot of minions out of that. Yeah, he got 750 gold, where the Talon now grabbed 300 gold. So that's well worth it. So a huge gang going off here in mid, and this should be an easy kill. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Trying to once again steal it with his ultimates. Obviously, you should use your ultimate way earlier than that. I know it doesn't spawn the passives than the lightning bolts, but wow, that shield, man. Gaining like 1300 HP all of a sudden. Yeah, that's not going to work for the enemy at all. And that's why you grab a lot of mana on him. So finally has the Hexac Revolver, which should be a gunblade in the near future. At least I'm assuming that's what he's going. Because the Will of the Ancient only gives you things back for your Q and your R. So your ultimates, and that's not really as effective as this one, because this one gives you life back for your basic attacks as well. And it is indeed going to be a gunblade, because he bought a Vampire Scepter there. And I like that, it makes him even more deadly. Yeah, this wasn't a mistake, that was actually good. Alistar was already dead, so there was no way that he was going to get out even without that. Yeah, even without that grab, he would have died. So grabbing some minions here from the jungle, smart thing to do. And yeah, grabbing minions from the jungle is good on any champion. So if you see minions and you're close and you have nothing better to do, I mean, at this moment these minions are pushing in, so obviously Twisted Fate needs to get those, but he shouldn't push any further, he should just get the wolves here. That's it's just good practice to keep on the jungle. You need to grab all the gold you can from the jungle, because it's a risk-free environment, or virtually risk-free. And yeah, nothing happening here in the mid lane. Enemy team little scared to push in. Well, they're 5 kills behind, so I guess that's the reason. And even though they are several turrets and dragons ahead, I don't think they're actually ahead in gold at this point. But I might be wrong in that. They might actually be ahead, because I didn't count any of the dragons. And they are 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 2 turrets, so they're 2 turrets ahead, which is 1500 gold for the team. It's not a huge amount, but it's definitely a decent enough amount to, well, to come back from a few kills from being a few kills behind. So dragon is back up. I think the enemy already took it, but yeah, they might be lucky and have the enemy team, or be able to get it before the enemy team gets it. Yeah, Twisted Fate getting caught there. And although they can get a lot of damage done on, well, each of the champions, everyone is still half health, and yeah, I don't think he's going to manage to pick off a whole lot. Oh, he does get one with his ignite, but gets killed then. Yeah, I like the fact that you now get more than 500 golds. I don't know what the maximum is now, but 544 is at least more than 500 than what you used to get, so it kind of makes the comeback mechanism a little bit better again. Because this is the only real comeback mechanism that is in this game. So Wukong using his ultimate there. Galio using his ultimate to no avail. Completely useless ultimate there. He does have quite a large amount of AP, considering that he has no AP items. But I guess he's following the standard build, not going for anything that that even resembles AP. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really agree with that. He should go with a little AP instead of just the MR. The MR path is kind of nice, but you should go for like the Abyssal Scepter or something like that, which gives you big amount of AP, some MR, and yeah, which triggers your innate ability, making it even better for you. But it also gives you a magic penetration, and the magic penetration is what this Galio is lacking. He doesn't have any, meaning that, yeah, what's he gonna do? Do like 300 damage in total with his skills? Because without magic penetration, yeah, you don't really do a whole lot of damage in the late game to most champions. So Galio is going to go down here, while his Guardian Angel is going to go down. Yeah, they don't have a follow-up on that, unfortunately. So, oh, grabbing this guy and actually going to get a kill. No, they didn't pick up that kill, really. And Wukong even has his ultimate still available and didn't use it. And you need to focus those kills.
Shut down.
So finally, Blitzcrank getting a kill there. I can't believe they didn't get that kill, especially because the Twisted Fate was over here. We could have just ran back and went into this bush, grabbed up that kill, especially with his ultimate. It would have been even easier. I don't know if he had his ultimate, but Yeah, well, finally the enemy team stops pushing the lane every time. They try to, they try to get something done in mid. Yeah, every time the whole team is here somewhere, the enemy team starts pushing the mid lane, and yeah, they finally stopped doing that, so that's great. And this is turning out to be an interesting game, to say the least, because there's no real domination on one side or the other. So the dragon is up, and the enemy team is going to get that very, very easily. No contest at all, because they didn't take the dragon timer, which should be set at this moment, but nobody is typing it. And dragon comes up 6 minutes after it gets killed, which means it was killed at 35 minutes. Next time it will be up at 41, I would say. So yeah, you should put that in the chat. Make sure that you can grab the next dragon, or at least be close to the next dragon, because warding it really doesn't make sense, because as you saw, they could see the dragon getting taken down, but there's no way they could reach the dragon in time. He's going to attempt to pull someone through the wall, which is not going to result in anything, because, well, he cannot kill them on his own. Oh, grabbing this guy would have been awesome, because then he wouldn't have been able to defend his top lane. But they did see that, they did see him teleport, so now they know it's at most four guys here. And Blitzcrank decides to go after the Galio. Galio is at half health, so it's a good target. And he only has magic resist, he has virtually no armor. Okay, now he does with his shield. Yeah, and that's why you don't use the rocket grab for extra damage. Didn't have the rocket grab available, so couldn't really chase anymore. So in the meantime, his team is just trying to push in the mid lane, and they are getting something done, but 2 for 2 trade, I think 3 for 2. They might actually get a 4 for 2. Yeah, 4 for 2. Nicely done. So yeah, well played there by the whole team, and yeah, this guy is still going to die, and that's exactly what I said about not having the magic penetration. Without the magic penetration, he does no damage. So you can ult all you want, but if your team is not there to actually do the damage, you're not going to do anything. So getting this this blue buff here, nicely done by just pulling it through the wall. It makes it harder for the enemy to actually disrupt that. And in the meantime, his team does destroy this turret. So yeah, they could have pushed in for another turret here, I think, or at least do some pretty decent damage on it, but they decide to back off, and they have to defend this lane, but one ultimate should clean that up. Oh, Talon was earlier with his AoE damage, but he still gets plenty of minions there. 1500 gold. And is he going to troll them? No, he is not. You can troll people pretty hard by pulling the blue buff through the wall. And yeah, not getting that ward. Obviously, the enemy team is going for the Baron here. And that's the risk of going for... Oh yeah, that was a nice attempt, but it was just a little too late. Wow, that flash, man. That was so unnecessary. Yeah, because everyone was at the blue buff, and yeah, the enemy team got a free Baron here. Even though they aced them, the enemy team got the Baron, which makes it harder to ace them again for the next few minutes. So Baron buff will last for 4 minutes, and they should have noted the time here when Baron went down. So Baron buff lasts for 4 minutes, and then 3 minutes after that, so 7 minutes total, the Baron will respawn. So even if you didn't see when the Baron was taken, you can just watch the Baron buff, and once it disappears you have 3 minutes until the Baron actually respawns, and you should be able to pick that up quite nicely. So I'm thinking that at some point they will make a timer somewhere, so like in the top right corner, when Dragon is going to respawn, when Baron is going to respawn, because assuming, and maybe even the buffs, assuming that you killed it, you do have the timer, so all it takes is some bookkeeping, which means putting it in the chat, and that is just not part of this game. This game is not about being able to write things down in the chat. It's kind of silly, to be honest. Oh, not getting this guy. But he is, or they are going to get the Tristana, who is way more dangerous than Olaf at this point. And they should be able to pick up this kill. No, they're not. Never mind. Talon gets nuked down a little bit too much, and oh wow, is he going to get a free kill on Olaf there? Wow, that is so bad. And he might actually grab this kill as well. Well, this Guardian Angel at least. Come on, E. Q. No, missing that, has to get out now. Because his thing is going to time out. Yep. Well, he has some pretty decent lifesteal now and spell vamp, making it easy for him to stay in even at low health. Finally using the ultimate to do the damage. And wow, that was risky. Yeah, but Jax flashed for that, and he is going to get out, no problem. Getting the Jax here for free because his team is going to join him in this fight. And he has to wait for 15 more seconds, because then he has his mana barrier back up, meaning he gets another 900 life. Wow. Nicely done there. Finally gets the point of all of his skills. Well, not so much gets the point, but finally uses them to get as much damage done as he can very quickly. So Dragon is up. It has been up for about a minute. And they should really grab that before the enemy grabs it, because the enemy just got, well, obliterated, and they should really try to get some advantage out of that this time, because last time they didn't get an advantage out of that. In fact, they lost Baron, and yeah, that is just not acceptable at all. So Dragon staying at 3200 health, as you can see, and then dying to this Pulverize. Because Pulverize obviously does 3200 damage. Everyone knows that. So I don't know why he didn't just start off with the Pulverize. And yeah, I mean, Dragon is apparently immune to everything else. Now people keep complaining that I only follow the lanes, the lane where our champion is in. But yeah, that's because, well, we don't have any vision on anything else. Alt, get that minion. No, not doing that. And yeah, they are going to pick up 2 kills here. I think. No. I was assuming that this guy would actually teleport in, but he didn't. They still might grab this kill. Oh, once again a flash drawn out from this Nautilus. Nautilus, who has felt the need to flash out of situations all game, and that is pretty amazing. Yeah, don't start off with the rocket grab. Really, it has a cooldown that's too long, 13 seconds. You're not going to be able to grab them after they flash or after they run away. And that's the whole point of it. You need to use your skills for utility, not just damage. Yeah, and that should have been a Power Fist. Power Fist has a 4-second cooldown. It is excellent to grab those, or to destroy those Banshee's Veils. I think this guy has a Banshee's Veil on him. Not sure because the circle is in kind of a weird spot. But yeah, he does have a Banshee's Veil, so I'm assuming that's what it is. But the circle is in kind of a weird spot. It is kind of beneath or underneath the champion instead of surrounding him. So grabbing the blue buff once again and assuming he is going to take it himself this time. Yep. Because Twisted Fate already had one. Actually that ultimate hitting the wolves as well. So both of them now have blue buffs, which is excellent of course. Come on, grab him. And wow, Twisted Fate teleporting into the midst of 3 champions, even though he could see them with his ultimate. Yeah, that was kind of a mistake on his part, and he lost his blue buff because of that, giving it to one of the most dangerous champions in this game, to the Tristana. I guess there are a lot of dangerous champions on the enemy team. So yeah, this is not going to end very well for Jax. Jumping in there, well, face first. Into 2 enemy champions and a turret. That is not going anywhere. And since this guy just flashed out, they are going to get this kill pretty easily. And yeah, I'm sorry I didn't see the other kill, but he was just chasing down someone. And yet they should go for the Baron now, because if they lose it again, that would be kinda sad. So yeah, let's go. Let's actually get this Baron this time. Oh, stop pinging already. So yeah, Twisted Fate has his ultimate up, so they can actually spot enemy champions coming in if they want to, but they're not worried apparently. Okay, he did use his ultimate to make sure that they can spot the enemy champions, although I didn't really see them on the minimap. But yeah, Galio was the only one that was really near them, so it wasn't a risky move at all. Yeah, what's the plan now? I mean, taking down this turret was kind of obvious with all of the minions already here. But the team keeps spreading out so much that it is kind of risky to do so. And he's going to grab this kill on... No, he's not going to grab this kill on Tristana. And yeah, there you can see the power of Tristana, taking him down in no time at all, because he has no armor. The Trinity Force, yeah, he completed the whole Trinity Force. I personally wouldn't do that. I would go for an armor item first. Something like Guardian Angel would be good. Gives you a lot of nice stats, and it allows you to stay alive a little bit longer. Obviously there are more items that are pretty decent in this situation. Yeah, defending yourself becomes pretty important in the late game, because if you die, well, if you die, you no longer add anything to the team for like a minute and a half, because, well, you're going to take a minute out of your time to respawn, and then 30 seconds to get back into the fight. So, yeah, you can see there how that's yeah, kind of hard to deal with. Oh, yeah, he's not going to manage to get out of that at all. And yeah, second, Blitzcrank can use his mana barrier very well with a large amount of armor and magic resist. Because obviously if you get free HP, what you want to do is you want to actually get the armor to, well, make kind of a multiplier out of that extra life. And yeah, they took out the reds, which is kind of obvious. Dragon is up and probably already taken down by the enemy in their retreat. At least they should have taken it out in their retreat. No, they did not. So yeah, someone is here because that guy moved. So they do grab another dragon, even though dragon isn't that big a deal anymore at this point. It is still a good price to have. I mean, 1,000 gold for your team, especially for the support here, that is a big deal. Support going full out anti-Tristana build with the Oracle's elixir. And yeah, the blue buff, yeah, it needs to fight back, come on. That's actually a really nice trick to do, and especially because your opponents have no idea where you are. They can just see these small minions acting very strangely. Is he really going to wait to grab this last one? No, no, no. He's just going to wait for his team. So are they going to wait, get this Blitzcrank? Wow, they're really going to go for it. Come on, pop your skills. No, should have stayed in there a little bit longer. Oh, nice. Yeah, he should have definitely stayed in there a little bit longer with his shield, because now he goes back without his shield. But in the time he stayed in there, he would have been able to do a lot of damage, meaning that the lifesteal and spellvamp are going to be able to heal him back up. But a very nice kill there on the Gargoyle, the Galio. And they know they should just take out this. Or someone's pinging over here, I don't know. Just a random spot. Oh, there's someone there. Yeah, who cares? Nobody's going to reach that in time. And you should just focus on taking down these turrets. I don't know who's pinging so much, but that is just plain annoying. So, Olaf might actually go down here. No. He's actually a little bit too tanky. So taking down 2 turrets there, and yeah, this is going to be endgame obviously. But yeah, that was really well played on Blitzcrank, making obviously a few mistakes, but yeah, I'd never seen a Blitzcrank in the top lane, so it's a really interesting concept. You have some pretty nice skills to deal with the minions. Yeah, I guess your res is kind of lacking, but you do have the very nice HP boost from your innate ability, meaning that you won't die that much if you can keep high mana. So yeah, a very nice nice thing to see, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.